Alright, this is my Visual Studio project that's kind of demoing an automobile concept. And I have a smattering of tests over here that can be run. Like it didn't run. Let's see. These down here test some validation logic. I'm trying to use the out-of-the-box Microsoft pattern, iValidatable, so that our web API will produce some nice errors for us. And if we go over here in the Solution Explorer and look at the API itself, the .NET 6 is really terse and getting more so, it seems. So we're going to use this inversion of control business here and inject my options provider that I have in a separate library. And so these are just programmatically compiled together, not using a database for this demo. And everything else is pretty much out of the box. I added a couple lines here to deal with a enum that I'm using throughout the project to differentiate between different cars. I didn't want you to have to enter in a number. I wanted to see a little drop-down menu. And so between these two lines of code, seems to handle that pretty nicely. It shows you the string value in a menu, but yet submits the correct number, formulates the URL correctly. Okay, so we'll just hit F5 and that will launch our web API. There we are. There's our enum laid out very nicely by Swagger UI, using those couple of extra lines of code. So we hit the try it out button over here. Now we can pick economy car, and it brings back that very nicely. We're gonna copy the JSON of that, and some of these options for the economy car are only valid if that's the kind of car you're wanting to make request a quote for, let's say. So we're going to pretend like we had a request quote interface where we post that exact same car, and the model over here is almost exactly the same. There's just this one extra property on it, and this I do need to set to a 2 for economy car, and it's got to match the thing you select up there. So I'm going to paste in my economy car that I got with all its valid options, and this should validate. So here we go. So it's just showing you the way you could do this in a command line tool like curl, obviously, and then it reflects back the successfully built business object, and there's no errors. But if we change this to a commercial truck, and we'll make we need to make the enum actually match, and hit execute, it will say that some of the options for the exterior and the drivetrain do not match what are valid for a commercial truck. And again, this is using iValidatable to bring that back. And I know some programmers don't realize this, at least the ones I've worked with who are not in .NET, maybe perhaps every day. You guys are probably all good with this.